After $1 billion hailstorm hits an area, your focus should be on running your business, not on insurance claims. We have helped streamline the insurance process for hundreds of roofing contractors across the U.S., and we can do it for yours too. Visit us online at c3adjusters.com and learn how we can help you save time and get claims paid faster.
Good Thursday afternoon, everybody. Lead meteorologist Sean Choquet here for our daily 12 p.m. hail forecast, sponsored by C3 Group and Merlin Law Group. And today's video is going to be a little different than what we've had over the past week. And even before that, we're going to finally go into that fall hail forecast. And since it's halfway through October, we're going to do fall and then all the way through the end of 2018. So hopefully we have some interesting stuff to talk about here. Hang on, my clicker battery thing just popped out. So before we get into any of that, as usual, go through our daily stuff here. Make sure you view our videos on the app. You can, or just download the app in general, App Store, Google Play Store. Watch the video in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. So you can watch this after the fact, of course. You can tune in for the live broadcasts in the lower right-hand corner of the screen when you click on it, or you can just watch whatever our most recent video was. So for the rest of today on October, let's say date the 18th, you can check out this video all the way till noon tomorrow, and of course you can watch it in full screen mode as well. Get those notifications so you can check out these videos live, and you can see when we have hail that actually happens. We'll send out notifications that, whether it's on your cell phone through the app, on your email, or on your desktop computer, and you can customize that to city areas, whole states, or the entire country. And of course the forecast videos go out to everybody, so get at least one notification from Hail Chase every single day. And with that, rest of 2018 hail forecast. We watched this yesterday. You saw I did stats basically talking about how this year is kind of stacked up against last year, and spoiler alert, it was garbage. And with showing how everything was compared to normal, we've had kind of a quiet year. So how is the rest of this year looking? Well, pretty much. I just got a couple main points. We're entering into a weak to moderate El Nino this winter. We had a pretty intense moderate La Nina this past spring. That kind of died off quickly into neutral. We're still technically in neutral, and then we're going into a weak to maybe moderate El Nino by the end of the winter. So that usually means for the fall, it usually causes a fairly quiet hail season for the United States. The rest of October looks like it's going to stay very quiet. We can obviously look ahead a couple weeks and see that I think we're going to make it all the way to Halloween with very little, if not barely any hail at all. However, with that, any hail would probably be pretty close to the Gulf Coast states unless there's a large event. Now, it looks like this winter is going to be pretty similar to 2002-2003's winter season. We've had quite a few similarities to that right now. And the big thing was in November 2002 was the Veterans Day tornado outbreak. It was a very major severe weather event that happened from Ohio all the way down to the Gulf Coast states. That was the big event that I'm mentioning here. Over 100 tornadoes and everything like that. So November has, when you have a hail event, tends to be just one big boom or bust. You're either going to have this mega event that, like in 2013, for example, a lot of tornadoes, bunch of hail, or it's going to be very quiet. And unfortunately, a lot of our analogs are very quiet for the remainder of the year, except for things like 2002, where you have this gigantic event that occurs. So overall, I think the rest of 2018 is going to be fairly quiet. We're going to end in an underwhelming year, a below average season for the year. Unless something insane happens, we're not hitting those average numbers. November could see a big event before things turn cold in the east. So I think we're going to have a pretty chilly winter everywhere, probably east of I-35 or even just east of the Rockies in general for this winter. We're going to a weak El Nino. I think it's going to be cold and probably pretty wet. We could see some snow here in Oklahoma, and that is going to kill any hail risks. But before that, we could have a big event in November. So with that, what are the probabilities here? Obviously, that means got 75% chance the season, so basically from now until December 31st, 75% chance that we're not going to see a whole hell of a lot. Average season about 20%, and that 5% for above average. Now all it takes to get above average in the fall is one major event. So we get a major event, we could get up to average numbers, or even very unlikely if you get two events, an above average number. But I think I'm leaning pretty heavy into below average. So here's that map. I mean, you guys are used to this now. If you've been watching us for more than just this year, this is not from today through the end. Anywhere here in green, you're probably not going to see anything. I think you're done. Denver, it snowed. You're done. I mean, you guys have had Colorado's probably had the best hail year of everywhere in the country. So, I mean, I know there's folks who are saying we're having a hail drought, but you guys had a pretty good year. But everywhere else, Northeast, back my neck of the woods, we're done. Chicago, you're done. Here specifically, likely done unless something really crazy happens, but most likely completely done. Everywhere here in the Northern Plains, you're done for the year. And now here in orange, I have called boom or bust, where I'm saying if there is an event, it could be a pretty big event, but the chances of that are kind of low. So you're pretty much putting all your cards on the table, going, I'm all in on it might happen, but it's probably not going to happen. The Cleveland Browns could make the playoffs, but it's most likely not going to happen. That's the type of thing I'm talking about here. So Oklahoma, all the way down through Dallas, most of West Texas, and then all the way through into places like Tennessee, Kentucky, the Carolinas. It really comes down to you have to have a big, intense system to move through, and then you can get some hail. But more than likely, it's going to be pretty quiet, maybe just a couple little events here and there before things take a turn for the much colder towards the end of the month of November, and then probably by about December you're not going to be seeing anything. So that really kind of pushes down here in the red. Yes, the red's usually big, but that's where any hail reports that are going to come in between today and December 1st, they're likely going to be in here along the Texas coast, places around Houston, around Louisiana, places like Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, maybe even down towards North Florida. Any events that occur usually when there's events near Christmas time, they tend to be in this area here, even up into Arkansas a little bit. So the Gulf Coast states, if you're going to see any hail between now and then without some major crazy event, it's going to be down in here. And I think it's going to be below what the normal average is. It's usually pretty low anyway. But I think we'll see at least a little bit of activity. Now, all you guys know, it takes just one event, one nice little surprise event to hit somewhere populated, and suddenly winter and fall is much more profitable. Houston, you tend to get your hailstorms in January through about April, so that is the type of time frame that you could see. I know in November of 1992, I want to say, you had a major severe weather outbreak. So the second season, it's a lot more boom or bust than in the spring, but you could have some crazy stuff happening there. So that's pretty much all I got for that forecast for the rest of the year. Obviously, it is a lot less exciting than the spring season forecast. We'll have the spring season forecast in January. I know that's the one you guys care about much more than here in the fall. And with that today, no hail expected, and continuing that trend through the remainder of October. And today and tomorrow, rest of this week's going to be quiet. So I think tomorrow, we'll see what I can get together. I wanted to do a whole analysis on Hurricane Michael, but I'm not sure if I can get everything I want to get together before tomorrow. We'll have to kind of see. We'll see what I can pull together for tomorrow. I think next week we'll talk more about hurricane stuff with this quiet trend continuing through the remainder of this week and probably the remainder of the month of October. So anybody other questions they got going on? Let's see. No, pretty much. That's funny. Klein Choquette 2020, make hail great again. Hopefully it's not 2020 when the hail's great again. We want it to be next year, next spring. So follow us on Facebook. Hit see first so you don't miss any posts here. If you're not watching this live, well, hey, hit see first and then you can check us out live. And any other comments, questions, or concerns you may have, give us a call, email us, or visit our website, hailtrace.com, for more details on how we can help you guys out in the off season or help push through that winter and have your best winter possible. You can call us, contact Brandon or Derek or Matt or whoever is available at the time to give you more details about that. And of course, we have videos every single day here at 12 p.m. on whatever platform you're watching us from, whether it's me, Frank, Heather, Derek, whoever's doing the video at the time. Thank you for tuning in, And now I'm getting the questions coming in. And Joe Rosso says, in the weight game start, let's just fast forward to March 15th. Well, the wintertime does have to happen. The upside is holiday season happens in the quiet time, so you can spend time with family. Nashville this fall. All right, Melissa. So for Nashville, it's going to be if there is a really big event. And obviously, these giant events you can't see coming very far, especially in the fall, because there's so many things working against them. It can just turn into a big squall line cold front where it's too cold. You can't get the tornadoes and the hail. So you don't really know until like right before it happens. So St. Louis is the same deal here. It comes down to if you get a big event, then yes, it's possible. And if not, it's going to be quiet. So that's pretty much all I got to say for you. You just got to have to keep an eye out and see if it happens or it doesn't. So we'll be here updating you every single day, of course. And it would be sometime in November. So if you don't get anything by Thanksgiving, I think chances are there's not going to be anything, and we're going to have to patiently wait till the following March in 2019, where hopefully we'll have a much better hail season. And with that, I think I'm going to wrap this up, guys. If you're watching this after the fact, we'll be trying to pay attention to the comment section and try to answer any questions you may have. And if not, you can always message us on intercom on hailtrace.com, call us, or give us an email, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 p.m. here on whatever platform you're watching us from. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.